Guys, what's going on? What is going on? What is going on? Hold on, guys. There we are. Here, let me check my settings, guys, just in case. Hold on. That's good. Audio. That's good. Okay, guys, what's up? Right? Boy, oh boy, oh boy. It's been quite the Tuesday for me, guys. Been up since early. Had some stuff to do for the nine to five. You know. Now, guys, we're gonna talk about the whole girl boss thing, right? Because these chicks are getting laid off. So whenever you see these tech layoffs and all this other stuff, guys, the majority these idiots that are getting laid off are all women, and they actually claim that they're in tech, but guys, it's all BS, right? Here we go, guys. It's a joke. They say that they're in tech, but they aren't network systems engineers, right? They aren't, data center architects or whatever. They're HR, they're marketing, they're recruiting. Absolutely useless or DEI jobs. That's the only way to actually use their underwater lesbian studies degree. What a joke. Look at that. Just give me 1 second here. Just got to do this real quick. Yeah, guys, it's an absolute joke. And I don't feel bad for him. I really don't, And you shouldn't either. Why? Why? Guys, I dropped the link in the Discord first. As usual, we'll do that. Guys, let me pull this up really fast. Keyshawn, hey, what's up, dude? Good to see you. Jubilee's here. Steve is here. Bang Your Mom is here. Yorgi's here. Grease is in the house. Korg is here. What's up, guys? Good to see you. Laughing Man, how's it going? 1 second, guys. Just got to go to this news report here. Now, guys, this is an absolute joke. And I think it's hilarious. This is what they asked for. This is what they voted for. And guys, the best way to make a wokey woke become more conservative is to give them what they asked for, right? You guys, look at this. Guys, let's talk about the girl boss first, right? Okay? Let me share my screen. And then we'll share some news here, right? Look at this. The girl boss phenomenon originated in the 2010s to empower women, became criticized for promoting toxic, capitalist, patriarchal, and white-centric ideals. And guys, this is why the left will always lose. Because as dumb as the girl boss phenomenon is, come here. Guys, the actual idea of telling a chick, look, guys, if you're going to want to try and be successful, then guys, you should go all in, right? You know what I'm saying? I really don't see anything wrong with a chick who's delusional and actually thinks that she wants to act like a man, to actually go in and act. Look, do it all the way. The whole girl boss thing, if it was an actual thing and you want to choose this path, because I believe in choice, informed and educated, get a choice. But guys, do you see how they're basically trying to equate success or the want or need to be successful with toxic capitalism, patriarchal, meaning white men and white-centric ideals? Guys, this is the same thing that I've heard my entire life, that, being successful and going to college and being rich is talking white or acting white.
Can
as a black person.
Can I add something in because I can support you from a different angle? If you think about it, the feminist movement, it largely teaches women to not have children. Um, that is what their priority is. It's teaching women. It's molding their minds to look down on women who actually reproduce. If you look at every single one of their initiatives, the things that they stand for, think about it. I mean, it teaches them to be not happy and to not be an actual woman.
Yes, but I guess the issue here is that would encourage the girl boss phenomenon, right?
Right. That's what I'm saying. Yes.
What I'm saying is there are women. Do you think that a man would criticize the girl boss phenomenon by saying that it's toxic, capitalist, patriarchal, and white centric, or do you think there's other women who are criticizing this?
I think that that this comes from a perspective that they don't really quite appreciate, because what it is it's a bargain, right? In the choices that you make in life, do you want the flashy materialistic things, or do you want a family? And like this is the what you're talking about here in modern feminism, right? Is teaching them to focus only on materialism, and not on the things that actually
I
make them
I
happy.
guess I agree with that, but my point is women want to talk out of both sides of their neck.
Yes.
The feminists are saying, hey, be a girl boss, but at the same time, they're criticizing girl bossing.
Well,
You see how they're never happy ever? Look, we
right.
understand where us men stand on this whole thing, where these feminists say, be a girl boss, right? Don't have kids.
Yes, they want
women
to
who
have their cake and eat it too.
Yes, what I'm saying is this critique right here shows, guys, this is why the wokey wokes and the lefties will never win, right? Because they are their own worst enemy. See, guys, most of us guys, we don't really care about the whole girl boss phenomenon because, guys, put a one. If you agree, most women can't outcompete us. They can't. It's a stupid thing for them to try and do. That's just the way it works, right? So, what these women are understanding is that they can't beat us men. So, guys, they have to make excuses. Oh, well, the girl boss thing, it doesn't work not because you're ice skating uphill by trying to beat men, but oh no, it's a toxic, capitalist, patriarchal, white-centric ideal. Well, first of all, they're the ones who are pushing it in the first place. They're the ones who invented it in the first place, and still they blame you white guys. Because guys, let's be honest. It's white guys that they always blame stuff on, not black guys like me, right? That's the very idea of them critiquing this with this clearly leftist woman. Guys, look at these words. Guys, what kind of men use words like toxic, capitalist, patriarchal, and white-centric ideas? That's who uses those types of words, right?
Well,
so I think
it's a Marxist
that is rich.
It's a Marxist who has trained these ideas and this language into these women.
Yes,
because this comes from a very specific perspective that looks at everything that we've created and done in this country as a crime against other people.
What I'm saying though is the girl boss phenomenon, guys. It's not a bad thing. If you think, guys, corporate culture, guys, in general, men know we have to compete. So if they say that they have to girl boss because they have to compete, well, that's them actually acknowledging that's them trying to play in a man's world. So it's a bad thing because it's BS, but it's a good thing if you actually try and get women to understand. If you're going to be out here competing in a man's world, guess what? You have to compete. You have to work the extra hours. You have to stay and do the extra projects. You have to, period. That's just how it works, you know? So it says...
well, I'll agree with you on that. But I don't think... I think that this perspective, what you're saying, that women don't understand what they're actually giving up when they choose the girl boss route. Like that choice is disguised as not a choice. It's called empowerment, because they don't want to tell these ladies that if you choose this path, you're giving up the most fertile years of your life to work on your career instead of your family.
I think there is an understanding of what they're asking them to give up. Well, I'm sorry, they understand. Okay, this right here shows that these idiots understand what the consequences are. Right, the toxic capitalist, patriarchal, white centric stuff is being pushed by the women who fell who drank the Kool-Aid. You know what I'm saying? And now they're staring down 45 with no kids and no family. This is the cope right here. Toxic capitalist patriarchal, that's cope. Okay? That's cope by the chicks who got cooked. You know? So there's a group of them on the other side who understand that they got, but instead of actually discouraging the girl boss thing, right? They're still promoting this at the same time.
Yes, and the same attitude and the same coping is very evident in like Planned Parenthood too.
Whoa, what we need to grow? Why we need to grow out of girl boss feminism? The girl boss movement has come to represent racism. Please look at this. Girl boss is not the compliment you think it is. Please, and guys, who are using these terms? And guys, once again, they blame this on us, but guys don't use these terms. Guys, put a 1 if you agree. The last thing that you would want to do to your life is add a girl boss to it, right? So this is hustle culture that favored individual success over structural equality, often resulting in superficial empowerment and abuse of management practices. Now, guys, there's truth to this, in that when you put women in charge, 9 times out of 10, they do abuse power, right? And then also, guys, individual success, once again, masculinity, right? Individual success. Guys, you have to make yourself the best version of yourself first before you are of use in it. Matt, you have a lot of background noise. I'm going to mute you. Just unmute when you talk.
Sorry.
Yeah, you're all good. Just unmute when you talk. So, guys, there's nothing wrong with focusing on individual success. This is what us men do naturally. Because if we are not individually successful, we are no use to anyone at all, right? So the term has become a pejorative, with companies failing due to issues like sexism and poor leadership. So key problems with the girl boss archetype: perpetuating toxic capitalism. So the movement has encouraged women to adopt the same cutthroat, exploitative, and high pressure tactics as male executives. There you go, guys. There you go. We knew that they were going to blame us men. It's always our fault, guys. What a joke. Lack of inclusivity, often limited to white upper class women. It's overlooked issues of intersectionality, including race, class, and disability. Look at even the term girl. The term girl implies condescending, diminished status for professional women. Please.
It does, because it's true.
Yeah.
The word.
That's why they would say that. That's the only. They're the ones who brought that up.
The word intersectionality should be like a giveaway that they're really talking about neo-Marxism.
Yeah.
That's a code word.
What a joke, guys. What a joke. Guys, don't fall for this crap. You guys remember when they were like, we have to take back the term bossy. We have to take back the term bossy because that's a pejorative, and we're trying to take it back. What a joke. Hold on, guys. So the condescension of girl boss feminism. So she says, women are frequently subject to abject levels of sexism in the workplace for most of the 20th century. They were excluded entirely from certain occupations and organizations, or regulated owing to a secretarial and other support roles. So the notion was that women were less intelligent. Well, I mean, that is pretty true, but
yeah.
Look at this. So today, when individuals believe that one gender is smarter than the other, the scales tipped in favor of women. So she's saying that women are winning, but she's still going to try and find a way to whine. While some might celebrate this as progress, I find it grating. Disdain for women appears to have swung so far in the opposite direction. It's common and even encouraged to view women as superior. Wait, is this chick a feminist? You think that she would be doing backflips? A famous saying tells us that women do everything that men do, but backwards and in heels. I place this and related sentiments in the category of girl boss feminism. Girl boss feminism endeavors to empower girls and women to believe that they can completely lead at work and take control of their careers, but unfortunately, it doesn't rest in a perfectly reasonable and obvious place. Girl boss feminism wants to convince us that XX chromosomes contain magic and women aren't like regular bosses. They're cool superwoman bosses. Guys, they're never happy.
Yeah.
Because this chick admits that from the way she sees it, they've won. They've won. But guys, just like my homeboy says,
victory has defeated you. Peace has cost you your strength.
I also want to add that when they're talking about boss. When they define boss, they think about it in a different way than men typically do. When men think about being a boss, they think about the responsibility. They think about taking care of the people that are under them. For women, it's much more like a status symbol. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. It's like it's not a responsibility to them. They don't see it as external. They see it as them being embraced, and it's really internal, and it's about them. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like they're a boss because they're recognized as being this alpha chick or whatever, and it's really like a status symbol to them. That's the real thing to them. When you talk about men who actually lead in industry, they will talk 9 times out of 10 about the people that are underneath them and their responsibility to those people. It is not that way with women in leadership roles. I'm sorry, it's not.
Whoa, men, we inspire. A lot of times we lead by example because, guys, we know that there's been a lot of times in history where if you don't inspire the men, guys, there's mutinies. Hey, Matt, do you want to explain what fragging was back in the day, like in the Vietnam War?
Sure. So in the Vietnam War, especially in like 1970, 71, and 72, when it became clear that the U.S. was withdrawing from South Vietnam and withdrawing its combat troops, nobody wanted to be the last guy to die in a war that we were leaving. We didn't lose the war, but we weren't fighting it to win anymore, right? And so the soldiers in the U.S. Army, especially those that were like, what is that called? Where they're drafted to be there. They weren't professional soldiers, but they were civilians who were just trained. They would occasionally, if they came across an officer who insisted that they go into the field and needlessly put them in danger, they would execute that officer by rolling a grenade into their bunk in the middle of the night. And that happened. It wasn't like common, right? But it happened
enough.
It happened enough that the Army and the leadership took notice of it.
Yeah, and they would actually catalog and count
officers.
Yeah, they would catalog and count grenades because it happened enough to where they were like, "Hey, everyone, turn your grenades in when you get back to base." But it wasn't like super common, but it was more common than you guys think, you know. So hold on, guys. Let's see. Lenny, what's up, dude? Guys, hit the like button, please. 143915 says 98% of men are carpenters and electricians. Exactly. Yep, that's true. All these rods work in offices. Yep. Yeah. So guys, look at this. Meanwhile, this occurs alongside efforts to deny the existence of any gender difference that does not favor women. i.e., that women generally show less interest in men. Wait. She's a female psychiatrist, and she can say this, right? But the moment we say it, it's
How dare you?
clown world. What a joke. There's a clear double standard. It's sexist to suggest that women have different characteristic skills or preferences than those of men, unless those differences paint women in a more favorable light than men, in which case these differences should be shouted from the rooftops. Anyone thinking critically should sense that girl boss feminism was just too much. It's in a sequence shell and a soft bigotry of low expectations. After all, if we truly believe that women are just as capable as men, would we need to gas them up in such a patronizing way? Look at that.
I think there was a typo. I think it's a soft bigotry of hoe expectations. Oh!
Look at this. She says, for example, a few years ago, an article suggested that junior women scientists published more impact research under the mentorship of men's scientists. It was pulled because outrage. So, guys, that's true. So many appear to have taken issue with the fact that co-authoring research with a more senior scientist was used as a proxy for mentorship. This, as a fair criticism, and perhaps the authors should have stated their findings more plainly and directly. So, guys, she's basically saying that the article is actually saying that women did better research with more senior scientists as mentors, but some goofball pointed out that the majority of those seniors were men. So it got pulled out because it was sexist and went against the girl boss narrative. Look at that. But can anyone reasonably argue that this article would have attracted any criticism at all if it had concluded that young women scientists fared better under the mentorship of other women scientists? Guys, this woman's saying exactly what we're saying. Look at this. Look at that. Guys, everything we're saying is absolutely true. Guys, once again, this is what happens on the left if you presuppose that men are the problem. Women suffer more. They really do, because they can't think critically. Research gets pulled. You guys, doesn't this actually show once again that academia is an absolute joke because the agenda trumps the research? This person here is saying that this research, this girl boss research, was actually should have been helpful, but it got pulled because of the feminist agenda. What a joke. Okay. So, guys, let's do this quick. And then we will, hold on. So, guys, this is Ask Feminist. What makes a girl boss and why is it bad? How could it be avoided? It says, I have an understanding that it's, hold on. I have some understanding that this is false empowerment and that this is a false empowerment or power was without trying to dismantle the greater powers that are patriarchy. But how does a woman discern if they are a girl boss? Does she have men and women that report to her, but does nothing to dismantle anything? Guys, this is why you don't hire women, right? You're there to do a job, not dismantle anything. Look at that. What really is girl boss? Or is it just another boss that happens to be a woman? I personally always wound up in a job where I report to a woman, but they're acting in the interest of feminism or equality because they're trying to do their job. You see, guys, and guys, who would be the only group that's worse than a woman who's trying to break down the patriarchy at your job? Guys, anyone who has the pronouns, because they're even worse, right? Because they don't even recognize any of the gender. They're just trying to be a complete and total headache to everybody, right? Look at that. Someone says, this is just striving to be some sort of workaholic and calling it feminism when feminism is something else. It's at odds with feminism. It's neutral. What a joke, guys. Why? Why? Like, does anyone even take this seriously, guys? You know? Guys, look it. Sorry, guys, for the jump scare.
Where's we need a trigger warning there.
Yeah.
If you're gonna put Jabba the Hutt on the screen, can you do the sound effect?
Of course, dude. Of course. I gotta translate.
Thank you.
I have more to
we
say
need
about this
that.
very appearance focused, like supposedly anti-man content that's still about getting the bag from men. And it's that I think a lot of times that type of content gets portrayed or interpreted as like a backlash to the girl boss feminism movement, but it actually is just girl boss feminism. It is its own girl boss feminism, because what girl boss feminism was about was hierarchy and ascending in that hierarchy to a point that it makes living under patriarchy easier. And there was like an illusion of power that you could get by playing into the system of work in a capitalist patriarchy, where if you became the boss, then you would be in control. And I feel like this is sort of its own fallacy, where it's like, well, you'll be in control if you are, I guess, pulling the strings to get the money. If you maximize your appearance and ascend that ladder instead of the corporate ladder, then you will win and you will find a way to make your existence soft or make your existence more pleasurable or more meaningful or just less like torturous and less affected by.
You guys know what
What
I
is she
hear?
talking about?
Okay, she's just mad that she's big and ugly and can't bat her eyelids and become a executive.
Yeah.
Instead,
And
she
I want
can't blow her way up the corporate ladder. She's not, guys. Put a 1 if you agree that, guys, feminism in general is socialism. That's all it is. It's the uggos and the biggins want the same outcomes as the hot girls. That's basically all it is.
Yes.
You know?
And you know, I'll also point something else out. Think about it, like this person clearly got a degree in this nonsense and bullshit bull stuff that she's saying. We paid for this with our tax dollars.
That's true.
We subsidized this system. We need to take all of this money out of upper education if they're just teaching Marxism. I don't care if they call it I don't care if they call it intersectional feminism or whatever. It's all runs contrary to the very idea of freedom and independence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you want to know who? I didn't go to college, but I'm pretty sure I'm right about this. You know who teaches Marxism all the time? A tenured professor.
Yeah, that's true.
They don't have to compete. They don't have to compete for 10 years or whatever. So they have a secure job, so they can just talk crap, let the standards go, and say, like, because the tenure or however you say that,
Tenure.
It's like tenure. Yeah, they can't really get, so they, in their mind, they're living in sort of a kind of socialist system because they can't really get fired, or it's very difficult for them. So they're actually speaking from a place of privilege that the women should be complaining about. Because I don't know why they don't have to be competitive. Like, get a new professor in there every 2 years.
Yeah, well, I just want to point something out to you that there in the public schools, like in the in the grade schools, the middle schools, and the high schools, you're walking a knife edge as a teacher. You can be fired for at any time.
Yeah.
Because you're working with kids.
That's not true with some of these unions. Yeah.
I am talking in the schools that I worked in, in Milwaukee. You're right that the unions will protect unionized members, but that doesn't apply to new teachers that are becoming that are new to the union. They don't enjoy the same protections. So you're right that there is
but at the college level, particularly
at the college level, that's the last place that you need that protection. I would think that actually that protection deserves to be in where you're dealing with little kids, because little kids will lie and say whatever. Older adults, there are consequences when they lie, and everything that they report goes to the police. So I just want to say that, when it comes to working as a teacher, I will say it again. You're walking on a knife's edge every day. And as a college professor, it should actually be like that. You should, if you say the wrong things, if you say, you know, God damn America and I want communism, like, and it's a university that our government funds, out.
But here's
Out.
the thing, though. Here's the thing, and hey, I haven't slipped and been hit in the head, right? There should be some teachers saying that, but there should be other teachers saying, I love America, I'm pro-capitalism, because then you have the exchange of ideas. You know what I'm saying? Like, people can look and say, look, this teacher's nuts because he's communist or whatever. But right now, it's only the communists. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And that's what my big objection is that right now we don't have a way of ensuring that the actual ideas of America are represented in upper education.
Not at all.
It's not. Deliberately not.
Yeah. It's an absolute joke.
Conservative professors are discriminated against. They find any reason to fire them. They get them out because they don't want. Marxists never want the competition of ideas because their ideas always lose. They always lose when they're compared to capitalist ideas surrounding freedom and laissez-faire economics.
Yeah, but the level and burdens of performance is what I'm. So the idea is one thing, but the burden of performance, because if they have the tenure, they're set. They're on cruise control. They don't
right,
really.
And I want to remove that.
Me too. Me too.
If we are funding this, then there should be no tenure. If the
Exactly.
school is receiving federal money, there should not be tenure because we've seen what these professors do when
well, hold on, wait. This tenure thing was not okay. The reason why
I don't know a ton about it.
Listen. We can't do the thing where we are not considering what would happen if. Well, okay, what would happen to that lone conservative professor? He's tenured. He can say what we want, our side, and not get fired.
The
You
problem.
understand? So what I'm saying is, like, the issue is not the tenure system; it's the actual, the state of academia where it's so far to one side. Like, what if there's that one professor who's against LDHT TV, who's pro-capitalist and teaches a really good class?
They're excluded. That's not allowed.
And say again?
They are excluded. They are dismissed from their positions.
Not right now.
Oh,
they
yes.
are.
You cannot go. You cannot go as a college professor and say that you're against the gay lobby or the LG.
Hold on. There are some professors that have got fired, but there are still tenure does work, right? You can't say that it's completely collapsed, right? Or else we wouldn't want to get rid of it. You know what I'm saying? It's there for a reason. There are professors that have unpopular views, right? There's less than there was over the last 10 years, but I do believe that the tenure system is still doing some good, right? Now, once again, what I don't want to have happen is let's just say we could alakazam and all of a sudden we have a bunch of professors on our side that they don't have the same protection that tenure is supposed to provide.
This is but this is what I saw at like university the UWL in Wisconsin. The tenured professors, the way that they got tenure was through the administration and voting from their peers, right? And that was the discriminate that was like the what they use. That's where the discrimination happened because the leftist professors would never allow non-leftist professors to get tenure. That was like the bottleneck because they would never vote for them. And that is how they maintain their power at these institutions.
Yeah, well,
they become the majority, and now they're using that majority.
I just think that the issue is not the tenure system; it's the lack of access to it. So, for instance, like how people say that America's systems are racist, and they're not. It's not giving certain groups access to things like due process and other things. That's racist. But our systems are not. It's denying access to says things. I don't see a problem with tenured professors if it's fair to everybody. And I think that once again, I can put myself in a position to say, look, like one day it might be the other way, where I don't know how, I don't know, maybe a meteorite will hit the planet and knock everyone's head straight, but there's going to be a time where we have majority conservative professors and we want to keep it our way, you know? So,
but why do they have that, like, instead of another, like, I guess, like, I don't know why, like, they have that in that industry, and in other industries there's no such thing.
Tenure is so that teachers can kind of push the envelopes, professors can push the envelope when it comes to the exchange of ideas. They shouldn't have to worry about teaching and saying things based on either new knowledge or their own research or whatever, and challenging students' brains without getting fired. Because then you can't. That's the core belief of the tenure system.
But what it should be.
So this is where my problem is. In theory, AJ, that's correct. You're absolutely right. We have professors now that openly support Hamas, that openly discriminate against white students, and that is allowed because of the people that are gatekeeping the tenure system. If you're endorsing terrorism, that should not be protected.
I understand that, but from when these colleges were invented, some of them are like 150 years old. The tenure system did work.
Yeah.
Yeah. It did.
So what I'm saying is we don't need to tear the whole thing down just because it's being misused right now. We need to find a way to actually fix what's wrong with it. But I don't think tearing it down is the way forward. I don't think making it easier to fire professors who look. I'm just saying. I had a lot of really good professors in college. All right. Mm-hmm. And it would have sucked to have seen some of the ones that I knew who were tenured get fired because they had really good classes. Right now, we've had a culture shift. Tenure is not the problem. It's the culture of academia right now that has to change. The systems itself, culture can use these systems to further an agenda, right? Maybe they need to be reformed, but I don't think tenure, taking that away, is good for effective academia when it works. I just don't.
Maybe, yeah.
I don't agree.
But I, even outside of that, my point of what I'm trying to say is, instead of trying to, change that system per se, I will say this: it's always going to be one of them who's speaking the Marxism.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is they do have, and by the way, diversity of ideas is good. I actually want a few people in a college saying white people suck and all that, because that's actually real diversity of ideas. Like not in a hateful way, but like,
hold on. But it would not. But the problem with that is that if I took that and switched around and said black people suck, you would not call that a diversity of ideas.
Yeah, I would.
I
personally would.
But
yeah,
that would
I think it's awesome
how it was interpreted by wider society, and it. That's my point. Is that you can't have any of that, and if it comes to somebody literally bigging up Osama bin Laden in a college environment, a college class, I don't see that as a diversity of ideas. I see that as endorsing terrorism, and I don't want taxpayer money going towards that.
Let's not use those names, and let's not use the C word. Yeah. That's a good.
We'll use friend of the Bushes. Friend of the Bush family. We'll use that.
What I'm saying though is, look, guys. Once again, we're totally off the topic.
Sorry.
What I'm saying is.
Well, you guys did educate me on the topic, because I didn't actually know why. I always thought it was strange why that exists, and my only point is, most of those people who are saying that are speaking. This is going to sound lame, but from a privileged position, because it's harder for them to get fired. They're like, well, I got guaranteed work for the next 10 years. So I'm not worried about nothing.
No,
You guys have to compete.
well, no. It takes X amount of time to get tenure, but after that, you cannot be fired. Like you can work, it's as long as you want.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really agree with that. I think they should be able to work as much as they want, but they should have a burden of performance somehow. After they're in for so long, they can really just make it on easy street.
Yeah.
And that's with any job, any industry, anything. That's what I'm saying. AJ, at your job or most people's job, that's how it is, and that competition is good.
Yeah.
Some of these people, they can be in their little ivory tower and be there a long time, and that's how you get the gatekeeping. Is like, well, I got to get my other friend in. No matter who's in, they're going to obviously try to get their friends in.
Doctors get tenure also in some hospitals. You know what I'm saying? Because yeah,
and that's why we're sick and stupid in this country.
Well, here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing. I don't really blame hospitals. I don't really blame doctors. I blame pharma and health insurance. If we're going to actually look at who the problem is, because guys, we have the best healthcare in the world here, if you can afford it.
Yep.
Okay? We have a healthcare problem. Guys, we have a health insurance problem. All right. But guys, think about it. My dad, he's a doctor. Radix, bro. Guys, if anyone types the name of the virus, guys, you'll get timed out, right? Guys, 2020, it wasn't the hospitals, it was the policymakers. You guys think that your local hospital was like, ha, 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 ha. Guys, they were doing what they were told. They were doing what they were told on high. All right?
Yeah, there were a lot of
Radix, I'm not saying you, but
yeah.
But I'm just saying, anytime that we bring up 2020, someone always goes to type the name. So yeah, Radix, you're totally cool, right? Because the hospitals were taking the information that they were given and acting per their protocols.
And they were given that information from the CDC and the government.
Thank you.
And Pfizer.
Guys,
like if you're going to criticize anybody, that's who you criticize.
Yeah.
You don't criticize the individual hospitals.
Yeah. My dad, he's a doctor. He's a doctor. Dr. Friesen. I can tell you, he hates doctors.
I don't like doctors either, mostly.
So in the end, I honestly believe that, and my dad, he's an example because I love him to death, because anyone who goes to medical school is kind of nuts. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry to put yourself through
it's the highest level of like narcissism.
No. It's just. I mean, I think that surgeons have the I Am God 101 course. They got to take. But what I'm saying is that much time and effort and work and pressure. That's a certain type of personality who will go through that. And then in the same way Matt was in the military and he was I would say military guys they live in a country within a country. You know what I'm saying? Right, Matt?
Yes, it's a
like you guys had your
America.
own culture. You guys had your own sayings, your own. That's how doctors are. Doctors and lawyers, guys, they like live in a different existence than the rest of us. It's very strange. A friend of mine, she was an OBGYN, and her shifts, the way, like, if someone has an emergency, she has to pull over. It's very strange. So, but yeah, I used to think, doctors just. I know a lot of doctors because of my job. I honestly believe that the majority of doctors are good people who are trying to do the best jobs that they can, right? But guys, what 2020 had shown us is hospitals have certain protocols, especially in times of emergency. These protocols can be used for good and they can be used, in bad ways. And what we need to do is blame the health insurance companies.
Yes.
We need to blame big pharma,
Yep.
and we need to blame these goofball politicians. Guys, your doctor, he puts one leg at a time, just like everyone else. And most doctors will tell you, look, they're medical practitioners. You know what I'm saying? They practice medicine. They aren't and that's the difference between doctors and surgeons, because surgeons, a lot of them think that they're the black belt, that they're the grand master Wu-Tang specialist of medicine, But most doctors are like, look, I'm a pediatrician. I don't know anything about podiatry. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. So, and guys, once again, this is me to you guys. Please always get a second opinion if you don't feel right. Guys, if you're at the doctor and you're like, oh, that doesn't sound right, or that sounds odd, guys, go and get a second opinion. I'm dead serious, guys. You know your body. You know if something feels odd, or if you sniff BS. Guys, please, I cannot stress this enough. Go and get yourself a second opinion. Here, guys. I can't look at this idiot's face anymore. So let's do this.
But I just want to say, in my opinion, it's really the health insurance companies that caused a lot of that. And health insurance and Pfizer Big Pharma are hand in hand, and they have a ton of power.
Yeah.
And there are some corrupt people who take all the lobbyist money, bribes, and everything, and they just shut up and do what they're told. There's a lot of people in those cogs that are doing that, and shame on them.
But the issue is, guys, why wouldn't they, though? Right? Like if you were, guys, let's just take all you guys in the chat and take away all of your morals, right? And you guys were greedy corporate bastards. Guys, we all know that there's that little voice in the back of our heads that tells us this is what I would do to make a lot of money in situation. Right? Guys, it's logical, right? Guys, I would start a mega church. I would start a health insurance company. You know what I mean? I would work for Big Pharma. That's what I would do. You know what I mean? Because guys, why wouldn't they do said thing? That is capitalism. Sorry to say it. Guys, capitalism is a double-edged sword. It's good and it's bad. Which is why was it Aristotle who wrote the book the essay about the virtuous citizen, where it's up to you guys, it's up to us to be the most informed citizens as possible, right? It's our civic duty to just know about what's going on in our country and around us, So, yeah, anyways.
Now, even in the midst of a global
she can get it, man.
Pandemic, more women are dreaming of opening their own business, and it may not only be an entrepreneurial spirit that's driving them. Audrey is here now to explain exactly.
Let's go, 2 in a row. Let's go.
Inspiring more women to become the boss. Audrey, good morning.
Good morning, Sarah. Yeah, there's a reason Girl Boss is a popular hashtag. Close to 3/4 of women worldwide say they'd like to own their own business.
Think about how stupid that is. Guys, do you think that you would ask like men, and 3/4 of men said that they would want to own their own business?
It could be a nightmare.
Yeah.
It's you want no sleep and gray beard hair and stuff.
MacMan says that's not healthy. Insurance implies just in case. You need to go to the doctor. We need to stop calling it insurance. Words matter. It's not healthy insurance.
Because
insurance implies just in case.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's true. Yeah.
They have no incentive on. It's actually like medication insurance. Is really
well, I can tell you this though, they are incentivized to not pay your claim. Like the more claims that they deny, the more money that they make.
Yeah.
Because if things were actually just, then you would get, if you have a good checkup and all of the years that you don't use your insurance or whatever, you should get money back. You know what I'm saying? But of course,
that'll be the day. Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Hashtag Brian Thompson.
I know.
Shout out.
I got to get myself right.
You've been had.
You were speaking how I just was speaking.
Hey, thanks for the $5, Mac. I appreciate that.
Seriously. Garlic
croutons, dude.
The second annual Global Entrepreneurship IP survey asked women in 15 countries if they'd like to be their own boss. 72% said yes. In the U.S., 57% of women say they have entrepreneurship dreams. Now, that's up from 46% last year. Economic uncertainty brought on by the pandemic may be a big part of that increase. In fact, 51% say supporting their family fuels their dreams. 62% say they're driven by unfair treatment in previous jobs. But the biggest reason by far, 80% say they're motivated to be a role model for younger women. But they know it won't be easy. These future girl bosses say getting money to start their business is the most challenging part of it all.
Look at that, guys.
Like, lo and behold, somebody says something like normal. Do you think that most men get massive loans to start their businesses? No.
Yeah.
No, I never took a loan.
I mean, like, who are they kidding? And again, about the coded language, that word fair means nothing because it's completely
a woman's
subjective.
Word.
It's completely subjective.
Yeah. Guys, put a 1 if you agree. Guys, fair is a woman's word.
It
is. Look at this.
We have to stop publishing books that conflate feminism with capitalism. Emma Grade is the co-creator of Good American. She is the founding partner of Skims. And just this week, she published her debut book, Start With Yourself. This is another entrepreneur.
Yes, see? Self, me, I.
Bible from somebody who's going to push a 7-day work week, doesn't believe that parenting is a full-time job, thinks that you should treat AI
just like Matt was saying, right?
Just like another employee, and doesn't believe in work-life balance. But this isn't new. Sheryl Sandberg popularized these kinds of ideas back in 2013 with Lean In. Of course, now with public.
Now you guys see, all these women are all perpetuating this. But guys, who are they going to blame? Mark, Adrian, Keyshawn. Who are they going to blame for all this, right?
The fearless people, we realized that all of that was bullshit. But even back in 2013,
but they're just basically saying be men. Guys, I want you to put right now, stop and think. The amount of years that you've worked here, months or years that you work 7 days a week. Matt, you were in the military for how long? 7 days a week, baby.
Yeah, when you're in a combat zone, there is no such thing as a time off. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
Critics warned us how
I just want to say this, even going behind the wire, like going into our bases and stuff like that, they still fire mortars and rockets and all kinds of fun things at us when we sleep. So like, you know, you want to talk about like combat deployments, 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. For me, it was 18 months.
Damn.
And yes, that's going to change your life because it changes your perspective.
Yeah. Let's see.
And I'm sorry, but I'm going to always. I'm going to.
I've been wanting to use a screenshot a while. This is the United Healthcare CEO guy. Like, I've been meaning. I had this screenshot. I lost it, but I was meaning to use this on my show when I was talking about healthcare and stuff like that.
Yeah. Guys, look at this guy over here. Well, guys, hit the like button, please, guys. Let's try to hit 100 likes before Snowboard laughs himself to death. You guys remember Who Framed Roger Rabbit? You're gonna laugh yourself to death.
Yep.
Let's see. All right.
But that word fair. I just wanted to finish with that. That word fair. What's fair to AJ is going to be different from my definition of fair in any given situation. So it's literally a word that is meaningless.
Oh, Max says that he deployed several times. He's on the clock, 365. He just retired after 24 years. Hey, first of all, thank you for your service, my friend, and congratulations on your retirement.
Yeah, that's something to be in that line.
Q1? Matt?
Yeah. Oh, I just said that's admirable to be in that long. It's sort of it's admirable. It's very difficult to do that in the Army when you're in the combat arms. that's typically a shorter length of service because you get injured a lot faster and a lot more significantly. And so the longevity of your service, the lucky ones can make it that long.
Yeah. And
do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like there are a lot of people that get medically retired because they're no longer physically fit for duty.
Yeah.
That's what happened with me.
Yeah, and a lot of women too, or just people. There's like this saying, like slaves don't want freedom; they just want other slaves. And I think that's a little bit how women look at it too. They want people beneath them who they boss around.
But the craziest, but there's a part of it, guys. The majority of female entrepreneurs don't have employees. They don't even have businesses that matter. That's the crazy. Women are starting more businesses than men. They're filing for more LLCs than men.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked. Bamboozled.
Yeah, it's never. These businesses are not like they're never like land moving or earth moving construction businesses. Do you know what I mean? It's always something attached to fashion, because they want to turn their hobbies into a profession.
Yeah. I only know one really good businesswoman, and she owns and operates like a bed and breakfast. But she had laundromats and other stuff before that, but she would never call herself a girl boss.
Well, most of the good female business owners I know are like Chinese chicks or Koreans, you know what I'm saying? Vietnamese, Indians, but a lot of these white girls and B-dubs as business owners, come on. Can you imagine? All you hear is
streets. I'm a bitch from the streets. I get that money. I get that money. Bitch, give me what you got.
Yeah. She would never call herself a girl boss, but she'll call me daddy. It's an X. She's killing it. I gotta go back. I'm trying to go back tomorrow.
Now guys, we all know, and we'll start talking about the chicks getting laid off here in a little bit, right? But guys, these chicks hate each other. Guys, put a 1 if you agree. A woman's worst enemy is another chick. Especially when one of them gets in power and becomes the boss. At the moment that a hotter, younger chick comes in, guys,
I'ma kill your bitch ass, bitch.
You know what I'm saying? And if she starts getting recognition for her work, oh no,
I'ma kill you, you fucking whore.
Oh no, John says with the 999 that women they romanticize ownership, overlooking the work needed to achieve it. So many girl boss narratives and media set the women up at the end of the journey while men's stories follow the clock. Hey, John, guys, anyone who wants to call in, hit the StreamYard link, guys. We have 105 people. We have 49 likes. Guys, this is so true what John says, because, guys, even in how we argue in our red pill space, guys, we always argue from the vantage point of the average man, and they always argue from the vantage point of the top tier women, of the 9s, the 10s, or even the chicks that have a lot of money too, and the say that they don't know. Guys, that's like 2% of women. You know what I'm saying? It's just ridiculous. But guys, women want to become business owners because they want a more balanced schedule. It's like anyone who's ever owned a business knows you work more hours if you own your own business.
And for free.
Yeah, work-life balance is the last thing that you can get as a business owner, right? Max says he was 3rd Infantry Division. Let's go. He's very, 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 very fortunate. Yeah. Right on, man. Yeah, guys, we'll actually do another military live here soon, coming up. And have you military guys sound off, because a lot of younger guys they think about joining the military, but there's so much misinformation going on, Yeah, thanks, man.
Seriously. Garlic croutons, dude.
What are you saying?
Most businesses fail no matter what gender you are.
Yeah.
Too. It's very difficult to have a business and do okay and not have a boss. It's very, very, very difficult.
Yeah. Check this out, guys.
This is me, girl.
Look at these glasses. I mean, come on.
Oh,
you guys,
what's this chick's name? Hopra? Oh! Oh, man. I'm a honky.
Look at these stupid glasses, dude. Come on.
And power. A space where we talk honestly about how power shows up and what it costs when it goes unchecked. In the last video, we talked about what it looks like when the mean girl is the leader. And today I want to help you recognize the signs and give you tools for working under that kind of leadership. Now, you might be in it if you notice patterns like these. You get praised in public, then picked apart in private. Feedback changes depending on who's in the room. You're left out of key meetings and blamed for being out of the loop. Projects get reassigned without any explanation, or the bar keeps moving and nothing you do ever feels like enough. Those aren't quirks, those are power plays. And the impact is real. Research shows people don't leave jobs, they leave managers. And toxic leadership pushes people out faster than pay ever will. And here's the part most people won't say out loud. If you notice your confidence slipping, your energy fading, or you feel anxious more often than not, that's not weakness. That's your body responding to an unhealthy environment. So what can you do when you're working under this kind of leadership? First, stay grounded in your professionalism.
Don't hire B-dubs.
Yeah.
Don't hire 304s. Guys, I want you to put a 1 if you agree with me. Even Black Suitman says his worst boss was a B-dub. Facts. Look at that. What a joke.
Why do you think they say nursing is one of the most toxic jobs? Well, that's going to be a female manager most of the time.
Yep. Hold on.
Nobody in this world is less of a girl's girl than your older manager who's dissatisfied with her life.
One of the absolute worst mean girl bullies that I ever had in my entire career was when I worked in the beauty industry and I had a new DM come in and she was older, and you could tell, I have no problem with any of these things, but I could tell that she was so dissatisfied with herself. She was an extremely tall, not extremely tall, she was just much taller than me, broader than me. She was at least 25 years older than me, and she was constantly getting work done, like getting her neck tucked, like doing all these things.
Ugh.
And she was what we would call nicety. Nicety is when you are actually being nasty, but you smile and it comes off as you're being nice. Like you look nice, but there's this just venom and undertone to what you're saying. And she was constantly like this.
And this is why women shouldn't be guys, really, a good solution would be to just have the men work on one floor and then have the 304s on the other. I'm dead ass.
And this is the what is that called? I just had it on the tip of my tongue. It's like aggression, but
passive aggressiveness.
Yes, this is how women are. They're indirect. They're not direct. And men are direct. That's exactly what she was describing. It's not what she's calling it. It's passive aggressive.
The beautiful thing about this is that us men, guys, look, okay, there are some passive aggressive, zesty dudes out there, but guys, ultimately, guys, we look, Snowboard and I are cool, right? But he knows and I know that if we disrespect each other enough, there's gonna be a fight. You know what I'm saying? And guys, we settle things, and that's a good thing. That's not a bad thing. You know, because how many times in high school and college and the military did you and a guy, you were getting on each other's nerves? So you guys, you had a fight, or you had, jiu-jitsu match. You guys fought it. Yeah, you got me, and you were cool afterwards. Or even then, even if you guys blow up and scream at each other, right? How many times have you at work blown up? And then Monday you guys are cool. You know what I mean? But with women, it just never ever stops.
Well, because and I can tell you this from perspective in dealing with animals. Animals, that's how they set boundaries with each other. And if you think that we're any different, we're actually not.
Yeah.
That is how, like, when two male tigers meet with each other, that's a very uncommon thing. When they do, there is conflict because they're showing the other tiger that there's a cost if they try and step over the line.
Yeah,
they set boundaries with each other, and then they're usually fine with each other after that. They stay away.
Yeah. Black Suitman says these same boss babes that didn't put black men on women power are getting laid off. Facts, yeah, because guys, in the 90s, affirmative action, B-dubs counted as two different as a
A double
That's a
win.
double minority. Yep. Hey, thanks, man, for the.
Because they're double the weight. Oh!
You are scaring the hoes.
She absolutely steamrolled me, and I mean in the worst bullying kind of way. She was extremely threatening. She pulled me into her office one time and actually sat her chair in front of the door facing me and was pointing at me.
See, once again, guys, I'd have got fired and I'd have gone to jail. Can you imagine? A man doing that to you? Another man doing that to you, Matt? Can you imagine you're at work and some dude, and he's probably either some zesty dude or some old boomer, that you can clearly kick the hell out of, grabs you and then gets in your face and puts the chair in front of the door?
So I have a real problem with people touching me.
Me too.
I don't let, even when I go to like my AA meetings and everybody wants to hug, it's like, no. Not me. You guys can fuck off.
Okay. Don't touch.
Nice.
I'm not gonna try you again.
The idea that somebody would put their hands on me, you're gonna lose your hand if you do that. Like it's just common sense. You don't invade a person's personal space unless you're actually looking for conflict, and that's what that will tell me every single time. You put your hands on me, I am going to remove those hands.
Yeah, especially,
and he means cut them off.
Yes, I do.
If you know the person, fine, but even cultural norms, like America's not really touchy-feely like that. Or if you go to like Japan, the Japanese and the Koreans, they're not about that. But I remember back when I was down in Argentina, they do the whole like kind of kiss on the sides of the cheek thing. Men do it to each other, right? So I met my friend's granddad. He's like trying to pull me in. I'm like, oh no, get off me. But or like, you guys know how Italians, they're always like all touchy-feely when they're trying to talk to you. They'll like put their hand on your shoulder when they're trying to talk to you. It's like, dude, get off me, man. I'm talking to you over here.
This goes to kind of support what you're saying, but the Iraqis had we always called it the Iraqi gay dance, and it's like a cultural dance that they would do together, to celebrate, kind of like the way that we pump our fist, when we do something great, when they accomplish something that they serious, right? They'll all start gyrating their waist at each other in a circle, and they'll dance, and they do this Iraqi gay dance, and that's how we interpret it. A guy did that to me when I went over there, and I literally grabbed him by his genitalia and squeezed and looked him in the eye and said, "You're going to die if you keep doing this." I was that taken aback by it.
There was a video of this drunk kid, and he was outside the bar, this huge big black dude. He was a bouncer, and the guy is kept walking up behind a black dude and acting like he's grinding up on him, and the dude literally picked him up like he was luggage and just threw him out into the street. He's like, you don't do that.
Yeah,
you don't.
It's that's just a cultural misunderstanding, right? But I'm bringing that up because it's there's a physical proximity where when you cross into that, if you're not in my case, my wife, it sends completely the wrong vibe. That's not the friendly vibe. Do you know what I mean? That's a get the hell away from me vibe.
I'm a total extrovert, but I don't like strange people touching me. No, I just don't. You know what I mean? If I know you, cool, or I'll shake hands. But if I don't know you, or I remember once I was at the airport and this strange chick stopped to tie her shoe, and she grabbed onto me so she could lower herself. I'm like, yeah, and I yanked my hand, and she almost fell over. And she looks at me. I'm like, why are you touching me? And she looked at me like I was the crazy one. Yes, we'll look at this, and then we'll look at these chicks getting laid off.
Videos on mean girl culture in the workplace, and I've gotten a lot of questions asking what happens when the leader is part of the mean girl club. When the leader's part of the Mean Girl Club, that's when toxicity becomes the culture. Let's talk about it.
And 99% of the time, it's when the leaders look like this. I mean, guys, 2 + 2 is 4. You know what I'm saying? You know?
On top of that, I study psychological safety and organizational behavior, so you don't have to. Let's talk about what happens when the boss is one of the mean girls. You know, the first thing I think about is top-down permission. When the leader is in on the laughing at people, and gossiping and exclusion and all of that, it signals to the other toxic members of the team that, you know, this is a workplace norm. This is something that we can do because our leader does it. So they're basically giving top-down permission to rip the whole place apart. And I think the hardest thing is power amplification, because being a boss or leader or manager, it already comes with formal authority, formal power. So when that power and authority is then weaponized through cliques and favoritism and all of that.
You mean by being a woman? Blah, 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 blah. Guys, look at this. So this is from Ask Women Over 30, because as we know that the majority of these chicks that are corporate girlies getting laid off are these dunderheads in their 30s, right? You know what I'm saying? These are the chicks that have been out of college for about 8, 9, 10 years, okay? So for those in the U.S. who were recently laid off and decided to pivot careers or start your own business, how did the transition go and how is it going now? She says, I was laid off from a job that I held for 8 years, a little over a month ago, and I've been struggling to actually find clarity about what to do next. Part of me sees this as a blessing, please.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
Like a release from corporate America and an opportunity to rethink my life. You see that, guys? I thought about starting my own business or getting certifications. Now, guys, all you guys that are IT guys, you guys can sound off here. This is the reason why there's such a hodgepodge group of weirdos in the IT industries, because it's one of the biggest pivot career fields. Like, people were teachers, they were secretaries, they were medical coders, they were some of the useless woman job, and then they decided to get their certs and get into IT. You know, so this whole thing. I brought this up is because look at this headspace she's in. This is where so many women are at. This whole dissertation that she's wrote, guys, this is where they are. You know, so guys, let's go over here real fast. You guys, hit the like button. I'd appreciate that. Let's do this. And let's look at some of these dunderheads who are getting laid off. Look at the size of this thing, guys. Look at that. That's no moon.
Jesus. Wow.
All right, Snowboard Dude. You're already known as Snowboard Dude. Sorry.
I think I should just keep it as that.
Yeah, bro. Like, guys, put a 1 if you just know Snowboard.
People mostly calling me that too.
Sorry. Hey, that's just.
I thought Diddler would like boost the algorithm.
No. That's the exact opposite. You know, even saying the word isn't good. You know, but what I'm saying is people just know you as Snowboarder, Snowboard Joe, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, and it's memorable. It sticks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, because I can change it back to that. I think. I think it's a big deal.
Yes.
I was part of the Meta layoffs this morning.
Yeah, she was a big part of the layoffs. Oh!
She's a part of the lay down. 50 pounds of the layoff.
Part of the lay downs. Oh no.
And I am still processing what that means.
I think tech workers to make some pretty tough choices. Dahlin spoke with a former Meta employee who's been building up.
Why is this music so loud on this TikTok? Hold on. Let me see if I can find the actual video because it's a news story on YouTube. Guys, they had to get a wide angle lens. You know what I'm saying? Oh. Hold on. Guys, thanks for being here, guys. I was actually having a pretty shitty day, and then I went live, and you know what? I'm feeling better, guys. You know, it's just once again, guys. I have to say my day job is not hard. It's the people. There are times where some of the people, it's like, do you know? Do you hear you talking? You know, like, why are you so stupid? Why? Like, what is going on? You know, so here you go.
A new business after getting laid off, not just once, but twice.
Alejandra Hernandez has now been laid off twice in the last 3.5 years. Twice.
The last 3.5 years, we were the first round of layoffs.
I can't, guys. Let's see what this idiot. Now, what did she say that she did? 40 single apartment living, self-employed. Right. Look at this. Look at this, guys. What is? I hope she lives on the bottom floor. Business tips. Oh, she's a wedding planner now. So I guarantee you guys, she was in marketing. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So that's she has a health and wellness. Hey guys, would you
health and fatness?
Yeah, I know. Would you ever? Guys, the only thing this person sprints to is the buffet line. You know what I'm saying? What are you talking about? All right, guys, let's do this.
As someone that's been laid off for almost a month now and's applied to 198 jobs and has received actually probably more interviews than, you know, some, and hoping to get maybe a job offer or two this week and really not have to ever do this again. Well, hopefully not ever again in my life. But
Walmart's always hiring. Guys, how do you go like an entire month without a job? I think that I did because I moved to a new city. Right, and I didn't really know anyone or anything. I was starting my starting grad school, you know. But I think I went like a month and a week without working, so that I could get my lay of the land, figure out what's what, and then I got a job waiting tables, you know. But like a whole month, what are you doing?
The point of this is there is absolutely no one on God's green earth that is getting these dumbass unemployment benefits that isn't here legally or whatever.
What?
She doesn't know what she's saying.
This is a nightmare.
She's insane.
Nightmare.
Guys, what is going on, dude? What?
You suck at everything but fucking. You bitches are failures to everything. Like, y'all have no loyalty to shit. Not your family, not your kids, not nothing. You bitches are a disgrace. I swear to God, I hate you hoes.
Oh, man. She's probably not even good at that.
Yeah. And look at this filter.
And I live in the state of Kentucky, but I worked in Ohio. And do I file in Ohio? It asks for my Ohio ID. I don't have an Ohio ID. I found an old Ohio ID. That's like the state put through it, like obviously void. No. And if they are, it's 1 or 2 per people in the freaking United States of America, and I don't care. Because
I can't, guys.
Yeah.
I can't. Let's see.
Uh-oh. That's that scissor one.
Let's see. Dating advice? Oh, no.
If we do an entire series on this, it probably would be, honestly, 100 to 150 parts. I'm in my late 30s and I'm dating.
Cooked.
And I'm just coming on here raw, unedited.
Cooked.
Because I want to know. Dad, I want to know if I'm in the wrong here.
Yeah. Does she just not speak English? Like, what is going on?
I've put
She's
myself
like
out
a
there
bug-eyed
lately, and
alcoholic.
I've been on
Yeah.
some more dates.
That's what I was saying. She looks like an alcoholic.
Yeah.
I enjoy dating. Like, that's something.
We don't. Well, no, guys. And there's a girl on Intervention who is alcoholic who literally looks just like this person. She has like
Yeah.
that puffiness. She's kind of like that kind of skinny fat. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Well, she looks like she has fetal alcohol syndrome. Honestly,
Yeah, mommy drink.
Yeah. Her
Mommy
eyes
was
are far
hitting
apart.
the Malpaw 100.
Was it in that friggin' what's that? That Molson Extra?
Oh yeah.
That's that Canadian beer.
Yeah, Molson Canadian. Yeah. And Daddy was drinking that Keystone.
But I do not want to spend my whole day texting and talking and
There you
playing.
go, guys. Some unemployed corporate shit saying all the same stuff, right, guys? All the same crap. Guys, this is what they signed up for. I don't feel bad for
Hold up.
Oh.
There it is.
No way. No way, guys. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that, guys. Look at that.
Wow.
Hold up. Go up about 3.
Which one?
It's on the far right.
This one?
No. Go up a little more. There it is.
You gotta comment. There's only one comment. You gotta comment.
Oh no, it says she's an auntie.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
Hey, not for long, right? You know what I'm saying? Nug is in her future. John says it looks like the job search is mirroring her dating life. Plenty of interviews and no commitments. Yeah, facts.
Yep.
Absolute facts. Hey, thanks for the $4.99, my friend. I appreciate that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I want my medication and I want my croutons, please.
Guys, hit the like button, please. I appreciate that. Anyone who what's going up, guys, hit the StreamYard link. I appreciate that. Let's go back.
As someone that
Man, you're annoying. Here we go.
I just got laid off.
These tattoos.
I am an SLPA. I have been with my school district since November of 2022. Today, I just
Good. She was
received a
probably
phone
gonna
call
touch a
that
kid.
Yeah,
That's how they always
right.
look. That's how
Seriously.
they always
Yep.
look.
Yep,
Always
for
look
sure.
like this.
Yep, agreed.
Due to financial crisis, my school district is cutting our contracts. So in a couple weeks, I'll be jobless. Mind you, this is my primary job. I'm the breadwinner, and I have a new car payment because I was in a car accident. So
What's that noise?
That's her car. It's some kind of alarm.
basically, some men fucked up a couple years ago financially, and
course
everyone
it's
else
men.
is having to pay for it.
There you go, guys. There you go, right there. Guys, I will be leaving a comment.
Yeah, I was
on
gonna say,
this.
yeah.
I will be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of budget cuts with the school district. I know a lot of parents are not happy. I know a lot of staff are not happy. And I was naive enough to think it didn't involve me. It's like I was watching a dumpster fire, and meanwhile, I was inside the dumpster and I had no idea. So,
because you are
a
dumpster.
Oh, more schools. Anyways, it's not that.
Hey, Matt.
Yes, sir.
Like, how much does your wife laugh at these idiots? I mean,
She
like,
just she just thinks that they're so detached from the actual reality, that
Yeah.
they're living in a fantasy land, and that they've never had to actually deliver or really work in life. And that's something that I was talking with Snowboarder about in his last show.
Yeah.
They don't actually know what real work is, because a lot of these kids have never been exposed to actual physical labor before.
Well,
Yeah.
but guys, Matt's wife's from Thailand. She said she might as well be a different species than these dunderheaded 304.
She is
You know what I'm saying?
100% because I'll have nothing to do with these women.
Yeah.
They're just they hate all of the things that go along with being an actual woman.
Yeah.
They're taught to hate it. And my wife embraces those things. That's what that's one of the reasons why I love her.
I would say that guys, back in the day, like during civil rights and before, there was like this cadre of black people who thought that anything white people had or did was just better than anything black, right? Or like my dad has had like old black people go, "Can I have a white doctor, please?" You know what I mean? It's crazy. Feminists are the same way. They believe everything masculine is better than everything feminine, but then cry when they actually are out here trying to compete. So
It's easy to get into the schools, kind of. I mean,
yeah, right.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
this is the part where my mom's gonna be like, "I told you so." But the schools really
No,
hire
I told you,
SLP.
ho.
I'm an SLPA. I'm an assistant. Not trying to be an SLP. It's a long story. If you guys have been seeing some of my videos, then some of you may know that I wasn't even really the happiest here, but I have no experience in the things that I am interested in.
So guys, here come the tears. And guys, she has the bull ring. I didn't even see it until now. Guys, she's an SLPA. Okay, guys, that's a speech language pathology assistant. Let me tell you why that's a stupid job. All right, guys, speech pathologists make really good money, right? People who are SLPAs are just too lazy to actually do the entire thing and be a speech therapist. That's not something that you should do to just do half-assed and be a SLPA. They don't make any money.
Hey guys, I got to dip out. You have a good day.
Appreciate you. Thanks, man. Guys, and the gap between actual speech pathologist and SLPA is so huge. Why? Who would just want to stop at that? Oh, this tatted up dunderhead.
So, okay. They told me that it's not a reflection of me.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
Even my supervisor said she gave me a glowing review. But
guys, you can type the PEDO word, but just put a 3. So put P3DO and you're fine. Guys, the reason why that I'm being extra careful is because a lot of channels that are like ours are getting taken down. Okay, guys, we're getting struck. We're getting taken down because you can already see like the last month and a half, 2 months, our growth has not been me. Locke the Bounty Hunter, even Better Bachelor had said something about his last like month and a half, 2 months. He's just been getting cooked by the algorithm.
He was locked in at 406,000 forever.
Yeah,
and then he crept up a little bit. And then next thing you know, he lost something like 5 or 10,000 subscribers.
And guys, you know, things are bad when you start seeing creators do things that they usually wouldn't do. Cover topics they usually wouldn't cover. Doing live streams like Poor Man's Podcast. He was doing live streams. Right? He never does lives, right? Or like so when you start seeing larger creators like Poor Man's Podcast or Better Bachelor start reacting to other creators' videos, because that's a better way to get views than doing their own original things. That's how you know the algorithm's bad. The last maybe like month and a half to a Poor Man's Podcast has been reacting to other content creators' videos, whereas he usually finds stuff to react to. He usually makes his own compilation, right? So, guys, once again, the best way that we can fight the algo, guys, once again, censorship is not about vernacular. It's about ideas. Guys, we should be able to say whatever the hell we want without triggering the algorithm, guys. That's why I would say no, you'll cut down on the swearing. Any word like, say mustache man, say Germans of that certain time period, right? Say B-dubs, guys, say small hats. You know what I'm saying?
Say snowboard.
Guys, we have a really good system over here, right? And guys, once again, the bigger that my channel gets, because what's so crazy is a friend of mine who watches my channel knows a guy who, like, my channel just kind of popped up, and he was like, dude, I watch him too. Guys, a lot of guys actually watch my channel, and Snowboard probably knows. A good chunk of the people who watch are not subbed. It's the strangest thing. Like 30% or less of the people who watch your channel are subbed. It's very strange. So I have like 30.
I watched your stuff for about 3 months before I got involved because you just randomly popped up one day.
Yeah.
And I thought, hey, this guy is kind of funny. And then I would just watch a few. And I never watched any of the lives because I thought, oh, who's going to watch 2.5 hours of that? And then I started watching some of the lives after they posted. And I said, man, this guy is hilarious.
Well, guys, once again, I don't think that I've said this on live yet because I actually hate doing videos. I like live streams. If I could, I'm going to get to a point to where I just focus on the lives and then do clips, because videos are the way to actually get views and subs, right? Because I want to get to a point to where I have to make as few original videos as possible. Honestly,
the lives are cool.
Yeah,
because
it's
like having a talk show.
Yeah, but I really, really don't like sitting there, microphone, editing, all that other stuff. Whereas here, I just clip and all that. But I know that there's people who like my original videos too. So once again, maybe one day when I hit up.
Yeah. I never. I used YouTube for years. I never had a like an account name. I just didn't have one for whatever reason, and I never even watched one live for years. This is the only community that actually made me do that, because I was like, whoa, this is actually pretty cool. So I think a lot of people just don't. Maybe they just don't care. And like
with a lot of guys, and guys just kind of do things casually, which is fine. Like, but here's the thing. And you guys know, because there's creators who you follow for a while and who you support. As when we support something, we go all in. Whether it's a hobby, if it's a creator, right? Like that's why. I mean, I will never forget when I first saw, Evan Samuels. He was the very first person where I would sit there and watch his entire 3-hour stream.
Yeah, me too.
And I would
old streams. I was like, this is so awesome. I would just go back and watch them. I was like, this is perfect.
Was super chats. $1,000 was super chats, because he had guys, blue collar guys, successful guys, lawyers, doctors, all supporting him. You know what I'm saying? Even channels like Fresh and Funky, right? They were like the #1 most super chatted channel on YouTube. Guys giving $500, $600, $700. It was nuts, So if you can get men to support you, that's the best audience to have. That's why I will always cater to men, because women and men in general, and not like black or whatever, not any particular group, because all other groups are fickle and they will turn on you in a heartbeat. You know what I'm saying? So
Still gonna be jobless. So Arizona, I am available full-time starting in a couple weeks. If anyone would like to hire me, I will do anything. I dabble a little bit in social media marketing.
Told you.
Of course you do.
We knew it. We knew it. We all know. We all know what that means, guys.
You tell her she's a goddamn whore.
Entry level, but definitely something I'm interested in.
So you got laid off from a useless job and you are blaming men. That is the dumbest thing that I have ever heard. You need to take some accountability here. I know you won't, because you are a woman.
BJ's is hiring.
Oh no! Google search what an essential job is. Learn that skill, apply, and maybe you won't have to cry and moan on TikTok. Do better. Laughing face post. All right. Oh, here. Actually, let's do the deep dive, guys. Oh, she privated her videos. She's probably getting cooked for something. So here we go.
I was laid off about a month ago today. I guess exactly a month ago today. Unemployment takes forever. I know what I want to do for my next step, but I want to be real. Like, it's definitely like you have freak out moments, and I feel like I'm having one of those this morning. Like, I just added up all my expenses and bills that like have to be paid, and then I added up the investment it's going to take for me to start something new. And I'm like, I don't know how I'm going to do this. And I don't know what the point of this post is other than to be like, if you're in this situation, like, I see you, and I'm trying so hard just to have faith and trust the Lord. But when I see like the actual thousand figures, like, I'm like, I have no business going out on my own and trying to do something I'm passionate about. Like, I should just go back to corporate America because that's how bills are paid. I don't know.
Good. AJ, you should put the Lord fired you as well.
Today. I guess it's
Say again?
You should put the Lord fired you as well.
guys, they act like God is intergalactic Santa Claus. You know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous. This chick, hold on. Because all of them have useless jobs. You know? Put a 1 if you agree. Guys, look here. Look at this chick.
Haley's heard because she's a sheep.
Here. Hold on. Let's see what this dunderhead is. Starting over at 40. Look at that, guys.
Wow.
Look at that.
You better sell that horse
Welcome
because
to
that's
Try
a ton
New
of money.
Career. My name's Haley, 41, single, and was laid off from 20 years of corporate last week. And now we're trying to figure it all out and maybe think of dream careers that little Haley would have loved to do. Since I can't become a vet at 41, I wanted to look into being an equine body worker, which is essentially like a physical therapist, but for horses. So I went
No, she got to be shoveling horse poop, guys. I mean, let's be honest.
found somebody that I really respected, connected with her, and she offered to let me shadow with her. So that's what I'm doing this morning. Let's see how it goes. We just finished, and I loved it. I had a great time. We got to work not only with the body worker that I was shadowing, but also.
Guys, what is going on? Memphis says she's just rambling.
AJ, I'm gonna go on her one and say, "Can you get me ketamine?"
Get some trank.
I'm gonna actually go on hers right now. Haley's here.
Oh, guys, yeah, feel free. You know,
I'm gonna,
any of these chicks that I post, you know, go for it because I hold on, guys, hit the like button, please. Let's see where we are with the likes here, guys. Guys, thanks for being here, guys. Once again, guys, you know, guys, we have a good community here. You know, we see the difference when the channel is really moving. We have like 500 people in here. It is nice to know that we can keep the community stable even when a whole bunch of new people are on. But guys, there's just ebbs and flows. So guys, there's gonna come a time where we have like 1,300 people in here. You know what I'm saying? So it's good to know that, you know, we can keep the panel going. So
the vet and the trainer. So really taking a holistic look at the assessments of the people who know the horse best.
Guys, she's driving.
And
shut up. Guys, she has her dog. Oh, here we go.
Today marks 1 week since I was laid off. I'm 41, single, professional. I have mouths to feed, bills to pay, and this is me just trying to figure out how to do it. For the last week, all my posts on here have been very much, oh, I'm really happy, I'm excited, like it feels like a weight lifted, and it still does, but now
What?
I think a little bit of that reality is set on, like,
Everything before the word "but" is BS, guys. Come on.
okay, but how do I pay bills? There's things I'm interested in, but they take time to actually profit off of. Content creation, and I do have a lot to share and learn that I think I could bring value or maybe help someone, but it takes time. I've thought about being an equine body worker, and I've reached out to people I would love to.
Shut up. All right, guys, let's see if she's a well.
I just
well,
posted
hold
one
on.
saying, "Can you get me ketamine?"
She's just looking for a quick buck because she said anything worthwhile basically takes time.
I'm not seeing her kids anywhere. I think she just has dogs. Well, guys, you know we're cooked when the Asians do this. And guys, this Asian chick's pretty hot, you know, guys. If you're in Washington State, these are the only chicks that were like above sixes in Washington State were Asians. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. So she's saying my career journey and the gaps in my resume, right? She said, so she worked at Zillow. She was there for 2.5 years. She quit after a reorg, took a summer off, moved back in with her parents, started at Facebook. Maybe realized that she should have left Zillow earlier. Got laid off because, of course, focus on health, beauty routines. Look at that, guys. This is how these modern women are. Started at Amazon. Look at that. And I guarantee she's one of the ones who got laid off. She's probably some marketing chick. You know what I'm saying? What a joke. Guys, these are the corporate chicks that are working in corporate America. What a joke, guys. All the guys are there to do it.
I think some people don't realize how close they are to unemployment. You can be doing completely fine, showing up to work, hitting all your metrics, expectations, doing your job, and then the company can just decide you're too expensive. I mean, just look at these massive companies laying off thousands of people who showed loyalty to the company for years. Imagine working at a company for over 5 years and you find out you're getting laid off through an email. And I'm supposed to be excited to go back to corporate just so I can worry about when my next layoff's going to be. I think some people don't realize.
Is this chick Indian? I think so. Guys, Indian chicks either look like this chick because she's attractive or they're gargoyles. You know what I'm saying? Guys, there is no in between with Indian chicks, you know?
Friend just offered to put me on an unemployment PIP, and I'm honestly kind of here for it. Said he'd help me build structure, set goals for myself so that I can be more productive. And he could set like actual touch points to check in on how I'm.
No, he's trying to touch your point.
He set touch points for sure.
Yeah. He's just trying to smash. You know what I mean? Look at that.
Sunday scaries hit different when you're unemployed, but still somehow have a full schedule of small tasks. Like I spent last night stressed out about a job I don't even have. Basically, I've traded one big boss for 5 tiny ones. Brain these days is just a chaotic list of my random streams of income.
Do you guys see like how nuts these chicks are? Like, look at all this. This is just her, just like, just blabbing.
Unemployed day in my life. Started my day.
You know what I mean? Like, she's in her head about so much stuff. You know? Why? Because this is the typical, California liberal chick. You know? Right here, guys. California can it's fall off into the ocean at this point. I'm dead ass serious, man.
Yeah.
Let's go back here.
Bill Hicks, a comedian, called the Arizona Bay. He's like, I want California just to fall in the ocean and call it Arizona Bay.
Yeah, what's his name? Yeah, you guys remember Lex Luthor on the first Superman? How he was gonna blow up the fault line and then have Lex Luthor land or whatever after California fell off into the ocean. Here you go. Whoops. Sorry, guys. Whoops.
To an interview, and I honestly.
Sorry, guys. Damn it.
So I'm currently on my way to an interview, and I honestly, it's so crazy that like this is what I'm doing right now because I was a job for 8.5 years. A week before giving birth to my son, I got notified that I was being laid off.
Oops.
So needless to say, part of my postpartum experience I feel like was stolen from me because I've had to worry about thinking about getting a new job ever since, and constantly applying to a gajillion jobs. So if you believe in this sort of kind of thing, say a prayer for your girl. It's a mental health job, and I am applying to mental health positions to start the process of obtaining like my licensure in the state of New Mexico to become a mental health counselor.
Because she majored in underwater lesbian studies or has her bachelor's in psych that you can't do anything with. Guys, a bachelor's in psych is completely useless.
Well,
Ugh.
Oh, look at this troll.
I got fired today. Actually, I didn't get fired. I got laid off. I work at a school and they did not budget for 3 positions at my school. 3 people got laid off today because they have no money. Where is the money? We don't know. We have 10 administrators, but
Yep.
it's down with
That's how it works.
But it's okay. Let's just fire them. Whatever. It's really hard to lose a job that you like and you work hard at, and it's not a performance-based issue. The reason you're getting, laid off, it's really to do with money. It's budgets. They didn't budget for certain people and certain things, and now I'm the one who's screwed over. Yeah, it stinks. I'm upset about it, but there's nothing I could possibly do. I'm going to go move on to the next job. I'm going to find something. I'm a really good SLP. I pride myself in being really good at my job, and I know I'm going to get another position. So that's kind of what's keeping me together. But I'm going to go to the store now. We're going to go grab ingredients to make some cookies, and I don't even know anything to make myself feel better right now, because if you've been laid off, it stinks.
Cooked. There you go.
Hold up. I keep saying it during all of the financial advice talks that we have. You guys have got to be in a position where always assume next year they're probably going to throw you out the door.
Yeah.
So that's why these chicks are freaked out, because they've got their damn credit cards maxed out. They just bought a brand new car. They bought that fancy purse, and they have no cash flow.
Yeah, that's true.
And I shocked AJ last year when he said, "How you doing, man? You're doing great, aren't you?" "Yeah, I got laid off." "What? What are you going to do?" "I don't know. I'll figure it out." That's how worried I was.
Yeah. Guys, once again, I look at how I live now, and my girl always laughs. She's like, you have like the mentality of like you're broken and in college still. I'm like she says that as a good thing.
And that's what saved your ass.
Yeah, because she's really good with money too. Because she used to work at a bank for years and years and saw these dunderheads just blowing their money on absolute foolishness. Guys, like that. Yeah, guys, she used to work at a bank in DC, and she would see the husband made like $180,000, the wife made $80,000, and they were broke.
Yes.
Broke.
And they were probably bouncing $5 or $10 checks and getting smacked with a $25 bounce check fee.
Yep, it's true.
You just gotta live under your means and be ready and not just that they're gonna throw you out the door, but you want to be the person who can say, "You know what, I'm out," and just walk out the door. You want to be able to always be able to leave on your own terms.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, it helps in any type of negotiation, buying a car, selling something, or buying something. If you just say like, "Yeah, I don't really care," so you don't have an attachment to it so much. So if you don't need it, it helps a lot.
And guys,
that scares the hell out of the other people.
Yeah, work and do anything. Guys, this whole I ain't working at Wally World. I am. Hey, if I lost my job tomorrow, I'll work anywhere. You gotta just for your own mental health, being productive and getting another job, it helps you to it helps soften the blow, and B, you still have income coming in. But these chicks want to get fired and then just like be unemployed and just try and start their own business. Like, how does that work? You don't have any money coming in. you know. So, but guys, hold on. Sorry, I gotta, you guys know what I gotta do first. Let's get.
Today is March 27th, 2026, and at around 11-ish in the morning, I got a meeting from HR, and that was not good. I got laid off today, and it was abrupt. It was unexpected, but it's a bittersweet moment for me. I'm actually relieved. I've been with the company for 7 years. I have a lot of skill sets under my belt now. But it's really hard to part ways with amazing people. And this decision came from a lot higher than my boss. He barely knew. He was so shocked. It came from someone even higher than some of the upper management in general. That this is a restructuring business decision, and God knows what he does. I was at my wit's end. It's been 7 years. God has always blessed me for 7 years. It's a cycle that's closing, and I'm excited for what's to come. Today,
Look at that, guys. Look at the size of this broad. And here's the thing, guys. If she were to lose like 840 pounds, you know what I'm saying? She would actually be an attractive woman. Look, this is her thinner with her hair down, right? If she were to lose weight, she'd actually be pretty cute, you know? But guys, these chicks, this is the thing about America. Guys, you go to Colombia, you go to Brazil, you don't see girls that are just like, if she would do blank, she would be hot. You know what I'm saying? Because they just all are. What a joke.
Today's
hold on, guys. There was one more.
If you work a corporate job, screenshot this email because this is what they actually think of you. Oracle fired 30,000 people at 6 a.m. in the morning with a copy and paste email signed Oracle Leadership. You have to stop ride or dying for a company that will fire you over an email, not even a human being picking up the phone to let you.
Guys, here, hold on. Let's pump the brakes. Guys, do you agree with me that it's these women that try and make their job their entire life? They make some stupid title or some stupid degree or some stupid job their entire life. Guys, I don't even talk about my job, my day job.
Well, yeah, they're hung up on this. My dream job, my dream school, my dream car.
It's like, guys, you don't. First of all, like, what do you have to have? Fulfilling work, and not, guys. Work is work,
right?
Guys, I do not have to have fun at work. If you enjoy your job, that's a bonus. You know what I'm saying? But there's no. You're working. You're at work. But this whole thing where you're trying to like, oh yay, my job's supposed to be fulfilling and fun. And I say this to you guys: if Asians are getting cooked,
AJ,
I'll
give you one of the dumb ones I couldn't stand in a lot of the corporate jobs I worked in the past. These boneheads make a big deal out of Jeans Day. And the first time I asked, what the hell is Jeans Day? Oh, you pay $5 and you get to wear blue jeans on Friday. Okay, well, when I was in the Navy, I wore dungarees every day for several years, and that doesn't turn me on, and I'm not spending $5 just to do that.
Yeah, that's pretty silly, you know. And guys, what's the number one best HR technique, Korg?
Besides intimidation?
No, pay people more money.
Oh yeah.
If you want to increase employee satisfaction, more money works better than pizza parties, than casual Fridays,
and
any
Hat
of that.
Day, or Green Day, or the one that drove me nuts the most that I did not want to go to work with was PJ Day. Everybody wear your pajamas to work. No, I don't want to see you guys in your pajamas.
You're like, oh, Korg, are you going to show up wearing PJs? Korg said,
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok.
Can you imagine, guys, if you ever saw Korg show up to anywhere outside of his house wearing his PJs? That's not Korg. That's a pod person.
I have to kick my own ass.
Here we go.
Laid off. So I will say this is not the way I expected 2026 to start out. But here we are. This is my first post-grad job, and I'd been there for almost 2.5 years. And to be fair, I did work in HR, and usually
There you
HR
go.
is the first one to get cut. So I guess
Ding, 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 ding. You absolute dunderhead. Right there, guys. Right there. You stupid woman. So she knows. She knows that HR is the first fired. And she got into the field anyways, you dunce. And she's Asian. Like, what is going on? Like, what is going on? She must be like third generation or whatever, you know? But like, you usually don't see Chinese, Korean, and Japanese chicks doing this. You know? Yes. Well, back when I was in school, the only hot chicks that had real majors were either Asians. Were either Asian chicks or like an Indian chick, or maybe like the one or two hot like African immigrant chicks. But because their parents were like, no, you are not going to major in underwater lesbian studies, you know? So
I'm not too surprised, but actually I am kind of surprised because I was part of this like early careers rotational program. And usually when you're part of these programs, like you think you're safe. At least I thought I was safe because I was like, no way they're ever going to like cut anyone from their early careers program. But here we are. I was supposed to like graduate the program this spring. So I like technically didn't have a role. So I didn't really understand what role they were eliminating, but I was like, okay, like that's fine, I guess. But the weirdest part was when they told me the news, I felt relieved. And it's so weird because you would think that when you lose your job, you just feel like your world is ending. I don't know what happened. It felt like I could breathe again. Like it felt like a pressure was taken off my shoulders. And to be fair, I think I kind of knew what I was doing.
you guys see how she's the victim and the hero at the same time? Oh my God, I was like, I feel so terrible. But guess what? It was a weight off my shoulders. I feel so great. Come on. Black Superman says that women push the social agenda all the time. I just want to get my work done and get paid and go home. Facts, guys. That's how men are. Guys, we don't have to like the people that we work with either. That's such a woman thing. Hey, thanks for the $4.99, my friend. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Yeah.
No, you're not asking me. No, it's called garlic croutons. Yeah, and they're right there on the scene.
Wasn't what I wanted to do. So I wasn't like devastated because I felt like I was losing something that I absolutely loved. It definitely still was a weird feeling. Obviously, I did cry when it happened just because I was in shock and I was completely blindsided. Also, this happened right before the holidays. This happened 1 week before Christmas. So I already had known for a while. And like I said, I did cry when they told me, but I feel like it was more of the fear of the job market just being kind of bad right now rather than being sad that I was leaving this specific position. I feel like I'm talking about my experience right now, like very objectively, just like about how I was feeling, not trying to say anything bad about the company at all. I learned a lot. I feel like I talk about this all the time on my account, but my dream is to move to LA. And I feel like now this gives me the push to finally make that change.
There you go.
And I'm like, okay, what?
Chicks always want to move to New York or move to LA. They want to move to the most expensive places in the United States. Why? It's funny, guys. So put a 1 if you agree, because I've asked you this before. Isn't it crazy how when guys get more money, we want to move outside the city, but then we want to move to the country, guys, and get a house, get some land, and be left alone? I don't know a single guy who says, "Hey, yo, snowboard. Hey, yo, Corey, man, I got a raise, man. I want to move to LA. I want to move to the big city." Guys, what kind of simp beta moron says that? You know what I mean? Like if I was going to give Corey, snowboard, if I was going to give you guys $1 million, where would you go, like housing wise? And you had to spend it on like living somewhere. Where would you go? What would you buy?
Like you said, it'd have to be away from people.
Yeah.
But I do live away from people anyway. So
yeah.
Nice. I live in a pretty good area, so I would maybe even stay in the same area, but maybe a little bit more remote.
Yeah.
But no, in LA, in New York.
Yeah.
New York's always been a cesspool. I've never understood why these women are so infatuated with going to New York.
It's a big psyop. I'm telling you guys, let's just say that like Korg and Snowboard and I own an apartment in New York. Guys, they're literally taking like 1,500 square foot apartments and sectioning them off to 3 500 square foot apartments and paying and then charging like $3,500 for each one. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And these chicks pay for it. Why?
It's holding me back now. Well, actually, there are a few things holding me back, but I feel like I'll make another video on that. Not having to work a 9 to 5 has been absolutely incredible, and I'm afraid that I'm getting a little too used to how nice it is, and kind of need a job ASAP because I'm getting way too used to not having to work. But what's been really nice about having all this extra time is now I just have more time to focus on all these creative things that I've really loved to do, but haven't really had time while working a 9 to 5.
This is why you can't date these chicks. She's one of these creative chicks. Guys, creative chicks, they want you to fund their lifestyle while they realize their dream. What a joke.
And they usually take drugs or have an addiction problem of some sort.
Yep. And they go to all these art festivals and art meets and all this other stuff. And Lord knows that they're letting friggin'
Gavin the Starving Artist shoot up the club.
Yeah, some junkie Gavin. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I mean, let's be honest. This chick has to be. She's like barely 5 foot tall. She's so small for that. Anyways, a couple more. There's one more of these loudmouth dunderheads, man. And guys, there's nothing worse than dudes that talk like chicks. Look at that.
Any of the tech workers still unemployed from the mass layoffs, have y'all been getting feelers sent out by recruiters yet? Suddenly, I have a lot of recruiters in my inbox for contract work, 6 months to 1 year.
I bet he's used to having a lot of dudes in his inbox. Oh!
All up in there.
Zesty AF, man. All right. Look at this guy, right?
At a time, but they are all hiring for a ridiculously low hourly rate. So jobs that I used to go on where I would be making 50.
This guy has his nails done.
So he's not I don't want to say desperate enough, but I do want to say he's just too good to work for the rate that they're offering when it could be a door that opens up, because that's how a lot of IT gigs work is you start out contract and they say, we're going to bring you on full time.
I don't know, man. I don't.
And even if it is contract, it's better than nothing. But
of anyone who's this zesty, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. To $70 an hour are now hiring for $25 to $30 an hour, which is about the same amount that I make doing retail management work, except with my retail manager's job, I at least get benefits. The whole reason for a high hourly is that you are charging for the benefits that you do not get as a salaried employee, including things like job security, your 401k, and
I can't, guys. I can't. People just don't know anything, and they don't have to know. Here we go.
10 weeks since I got laid off. Woo! Why am I celebrating? I'll tell you why. I need to talk about something that
Because you tried to finally get some sun?
nobody warned me about. Don't get me wrong, it can definitely be scary at times, but honestly, something happened that I did not expect at all.
There was a flight.
But I'm actually way less stressed than I was before. And I loved the people.
How old is this chick? Like,
I was going to say, she looks like one of those chameleons where you find out she's in her early 30s, but she looks like she's in her late 40s.
Yeah, yikes. She just looks old.
I was working with.
She has like the old lady neck, or already her face just looks
I
old.
miss them so much. I was loyal to the company, as I've said before, and I'm just so surprised. What? Like, this is not how I expected my layoff to go. I thought I would be terrified and like
how old is this chick? Mom life, huh? Ugh. Look at her. Did she get Ozempic? Maybe. I think maybe she has Ozempic face.
Oof.
You know? Yeah, maybe, because there's no reason why her face should look like this. You know, 'cause she looks so much older. Ugh. Guys, there are some chicks that is aged like goat milk.
It's been.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Seriously. Here you go.
So it's been about a month since I got laid off from my Big Four job. One of the worst parts of getting laid off is people giving you unsolicited advice. Like, I'm really happy with the way that things turned out with my layoff. I'd been wanting to leave for a very long time, and I don't think it's something I would have done on my own. Leaving the job was actually on my vision board for the year. Granted, I wanted to leave on my own accord rather than being sent away, but it has the same result at the end of the day. And this way I get severance, so it's fine. But the hardest part for me has definitely been like people giving me advice that I never asked for. Like just the other day, I went to this community event and I was talking to someone, they're like, what do you do? I'm like, I just got laid off. So I'm just like taking time to like figure out what I want to do. If I want to stay in the same industry, pivot, maybe pursue acting, things like that. And like the whole demeanor.
Good luck.
They were like, oh, that doesn't sound like a good idea. I'm like, wait, what? I don't remember asking you if you.
Wait, so someone's telling her, hey, Dunderhead, trying to be an actress is a bad idea is somehow offensive? First of all, she thinks that with this schnoz that she's gonna be an actress, right? Come on.
Thought it was a good idea. But anyway, you're like, oh my God, like I got laid off 3 years ago and I still have been looking for a job and have not been able to find one. So it's kind of reckless that like you aren't looking. And they were like, oh my God, like it's so hard to find a job. Why would you put it off? Like you should do it sooner rather than later. And they're telling me how expensive it is to live in the city. I'm like, I think I know. As someone who pays their own bills, I think I'm aware how expensive it is to live in New York City. I think the whole world knows how expensive it is to live in New York City. And I actually have that conversation quite a bit.
Cooked. Once again, she wants to live to move to New York. You know? Look at that, guys. Guys, you cannot have these chicks in your life. You just can't. They're chaotic. They're dunderhead. They're morons. You know what I'm saying? And guys, once again, they can be as unstable as they want because they want you to constantly have a job. They want you to constantly work. And they want you to pay all the bills. You know? And guys, she's Indian and she's doing this. Snowboard, can you move your microphone away from your mouse for the clicking?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Because once again, this is an Indian chick and she's doing this. This is how you know we're cooked. We're cooked. Baby fever. Yikes. We'll do one more, guys, and then we'll switch gears here. But yeah, guys, all these boss babes, these boss chicks, guys, this is the future for them, right? Right here. This is the future because I don't feel bad for them. Because why would you feel bad for someone who made their own bed, right? Hold on.
1 week since I was laid off from my full-time corporate tech job. If you're new here, I'm a performance marketing manager and I worked.
There you go, guys, right there. Right there, guys. Right there, right there. She got laid off from her tech job. She's a performance marketing manager. Guys, that is not a real tech job. What are you talking about? Thank you. Old Fox says fake job. What a joke.
At my last employer for just over 3 years. And this is actually not my first layoff. A lot of you guys have asked me to share a little bit more about my experience. I think the best way that I can describe my emotions this last week are that I've just been all over the place. It's been a whirlwind, and I think that's probably pretty normal at this point. It's kind of like going through all the stages of grief. I think the part that I'm really most sad about is just the loss of my team. And I think what really kept me at my former employer for so long was because I genuinely loved every single person there. And that is rare. And I knew it while I was in it. Like, I knew it was too good to be true to last forever. And I'm so grateful, like, for the time that it did last. Really talking with my manager would be like hopping on to a coffee chat with a friend. It was the most natural thing ever. I literally love her so much. Like, I'm like, I just want to be in touch with my full team for like life. The corporate world really teaches you to embrace that go, 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 always on. everything is urgent mentality. And I think that my biggest goal for the next few weeks is just trying to like undo all of that, trying to re-regulate my nervous system, like start meditating again, going to yoga classes, and really just get into a place where I can kind of think clearly again and really
get a job. What is going on, guys? Why?
to be able to evaluate like what it is I do want to do from here. So if you've been laid off before or made any big life changes before and felt completely all over the map like I do, you're definitely not alone. And
collabs. Yeah, here, guys. We sure will. We'll email her for a collab, please. Guys, all these dunderheaded 304s are all the same. All posting the same type of content. Look at this, guys. The same stuff with all of them.
it's
What
officially
a
been
joke. All right, last one, guys. Look at this.
I'm one of
Look at this thing right here.
That's a huge bitch.
We now can Banva Podo.
Oh no, look at that, guys.
the over 300,000 Black women who've been let go from the workforce. I am now a statistic. And it hurts.
You are that when it comes to weight, too. Oh no.
It hurts to know that after all the degrees, I have two, the experience, the dedication.
Guys, what do you think her degree is in? Type in the chat, guys.
Fast
the good
food.
work, none of it made me safe. I've been spending my life savings just to survive, paying bills late, stretching groceries, trying to maintain the life I had before this. But it's draining, it's humiliating, and most of all, it's lonely. People always talk about how the workforce treats you like you're replaceable, but to truly experience it, that's a whole different level of pain.
Why would she not think that that was true? Guys, what do I always say about the employee-employer relationship? Guys, you are trying to get as much money out of them for the least amount of work, and they're trying to get the most amount of work out of you for the least amount of pay. I mean, guys, 2 + 2 is 4, you know?
So much of yourself, your time, and energy just to be tossed away like you're nothing. It eats at you. It eats at you until you start to question if you ever really mattered in the first place. And
Guess what? You don't. And yes, you never did, you dunderhead.
my mental health, it's been rough. Not having stability, not knowing what's next. It messes with your head. I wake up anxious. I go to bed overthinking. Some days I can't even focus, and other days I feel numb. It feels like I'm watching my life slowly fall apart in slow.
You guys know what I hear, right? And guys, hey, we can tell she eats her feelings. Oh!
Motion. You already know this is not the economy you want to be jobless in. Prices are sky high, rent keeps climbing, grocery costs are double what they used to, and the jobs that are out there, half of them pay less than what it costs just to survive. It's like the system is designed to break you, right? And for Black women, it's even worse. We're being laid off at higher rates than anyone else after being told for years that we had to work twice as hard just to be seen. It's like no matter what we build, we're always the first on the chopping block. And somehow we're still expected to smile, pray, and stay strong. But I'm tired. I'm fucking angry. And I'm done pretending that I'm okay. So yeah, I'm one of them. one of the over 300,000 Black women that have been laid off. Tired,
From a useless job.
angry, trying to survive in a
Tired, angry, but not hungry, right?
world that keeps moving like nothing happened. And this is what it is. I'm one of the over 300,000.
Yes, guys. Now, guys, let's we can see if we can see what her this is her dress. Now she's trying to say that some restaurant
If
was
you're Black in Columbus, Ohio,
racist. Watch.
do not dine at Mandrake Rooftop on North High Street. Today, February 15th, me and my friends decided to go to Mandrake for...
And guys, you know and I know that if you were a server at a restaurant and you saw this dunderhead and her friends sit down in your section, you
and
guys...
suck at everything but fucking. You bitches are failures to everything. Like, y'all have no loyalty to shit. Not y'all family, not y'all kids, not nothing. You bitches are a disgrace. I swear to God, I hate you hoes.
Cocktails and appetizers. We're 3 Black women, might I add.
There you go. See?
We did not have a reservation, but we told the hostess that we needed a table for 3. There were not many people in the restaurant. It was not filled in any way. After waiting for about 10 minutes and the hostess telling us she'll get us seated in a moment, she ended up coming back telling us that she could not seat us due to there being so many reservations for the night.
Oh, see, victimhood, right? Victimhood.
You know what? I'm not done. I still got more.
So she's just screaming, yelling on the internet. Always trying to be offended about something, guys. Always. What a joke. Look at this. And all of her friends are all biggins too, dude. Look at this, guys. 30 guys. This chick is 30 years old. She's 30 years old. Guys. Wow. I guess black does crack. Look at it trying to. Guys, come on. She's only 30 years old, guys. What a joke. Oh, she has one decent looking friend. All the rest of them are all biggins. This is the only decent looking one out of all of them, you know? What a mess, guys. What a mess. What a mess. Man, oh man, oh man. But guys, here, let's switch gears here really fast, because there's a body cam thing that I want to check out really fast. Guys, thanks for being here. Thanks to all you guys that are still subbed and subscribing to 50304s. Guys, I will start posting over there again here soon. I need to start posting new material before I pull down the old stuff. Guys, if you haven't subbed to 50304s, guys, come over here and drop a sub, right? I have quite a few videos because I'm gonna have to take these down to get it monetized. So guys, hurry up and watch these while you can, right? Because I will have to take this down. I have live streams too. I'll probably put all these on Patreon, you know, maybe at some point. Probably do that. But yeah, guys, don't feel bad for these corporate chicks, right? Let's switch gears here.
That's the sound of the police.
Let's do this. Here we go. So this chick's at McDonald's causing trouble. Here we go.
Outside.
Hold on. In
Let's
6
step outside.
months, in
There are
6
private-
months,
there-
in 6
ma'am.
months, I have never
Outside.
been kicked out
Outside.
of any McDonald's.
Let's
Why
go.
are you
Outside.
doing this? Why
Come
are
on,
you
let's go
doing-
outside.
Why are you
Let's go outside. Let's go outside.
Why are you doing the white man's bidding? What? What are you talking about?
Go outside.
Why are you doing the white man's
Come
bidding?
on. Let's go.
Huh?
Let's go.
Huh? Gatekeeper?
Let's
Black
go.
gatekeeper?
Let's go.
Why are you doing
Let's
the white
go.
man's
I
bidding?
need you.
Why are you doing tell him, why are you doing the white man's bidding? Why are you doing the white man's bidding?
Ma'am.
Why are you a
Ma'am,
gatekeeper?
calm down.
What is this chick on? Look at this. Look at this.
Let me see your ID.
Is this not the quintessential liberal white woman, guys? Guys, I want you to type awful in this chat if you agree with me. This is average white female urban leftist, right, guys? Right here. Right here.
No, that is not going to be the
Yes,
first thing
let me
to
see
do.
your ID. You are not going to leave right now.
Okay, you're
You are
not
not
going to
gonna
put your fucking hands on me.
Ah, let's go! Let's go!
It's
You're not going to put your fucking hands on me.
Put your hands behind your back.
You're not going
Stop
to
resisting.
put your hands.
Stop resisting.
I'm not resisting.
Put your hands behind your back.
Stop.
Put your hands behind your
I
back.
am not resisting. Stop
And
it.
put your hands behind
I
your
am
back.
not resisting. Stop. Stop. Please
Put your
stop.
hands behind your
Stop.
back.
Stop. Stop. I haven't done anything. I haven't done anything. Stop it. Stop. I haven't done anything.
94, can I get
I haven't done anything. I haven't done anything. I haven't done
Put your hands behind your
Why
back.
are you doing this?
Put your hands behind your back.
I
Drop your backpack.
I haven't done anything.
Drop your backpack. And put your hands behind your back.
I haven't done anything.
Put your hands behind your back.
I haven't
Let
done
go.
anything.
Let go.
I'm innocent. I haven't done anything.
Let go.
Stop. I need my glasses.
Let go.
I haven't done
Let
anything.
go. Let
I'm
go.
a 25
Stop
year old
resisting.
resident.
Stop resisting.
I have a son at the University of Florida. I am
That's
not a homeless person. Do not treat
I don't
me.
care.
Stop.
I don't care.
Leave
Let
me.
go.
Please don't
Let go.
do this.
Let go. You're
I
going
am
to
a
jail.
mother. I have done nothing wrong. I have done nothing wrong. Stop. Stop.
Let go.
Stop. I have done nothing wrong, sir. I have done nothing wrong. Stop. I've done nothing wrong.
Put your hands behind your back.
I've done nothing wrong. I've done nothing wrong.
Behind your back.
Stop.
You're gonna get tased.
Stop.
You're gonna get tased. Put your hand behind your back. You're gonna get tased.
Stop. I haven't done anything wrong.
Ah, look at that, guys. It's the most wonderful time of the year. Ah, let's go. Guys, this totally made my day. Oh, look at that, guys. Look at that. Let's go.
You're hurting me. I haven't done anything wrong. Stop.
Stay seated.
Stop.
Stay seated. Do not move. Stay seated.
Please, I haven't done anything wrong. My son graduates from
That's great. I don't care. You failed to identify yourself. You failed to leave after being asked.
My son graduates from the University of Florida next month. Please, sir, stop. You don't need to do this. Why are you doing this? Please don't.
You have to listen to the officer.
I will give you my ID.
You failed to give it the
Please
first 3 times I
don't.
asked.
You didn't.
No. That's too late for that.
Please.
We're not doing that. I asked her 3 times.
I need my glasses.
Half of them are right here.
Why did you ruin my glasses? I can't see.
Stand up. Stand up.
I can't see without my glasses. I need my laptop. I need my laptop. I need my laptop. Please get my laptop. Please get my laptop.
Well, get your stuff.
Please get my laptop. My
I'll
dog is
take her.
my dog is in the car. Please. My dog is
Come here. We got to search.
please Please stop.
Do you have anything on your person?
I don't.
All right.
Please stop. Please stop.
Where is your buckle for your fanny pack?
What do you... Please stop. Please stop.
All right.
I didn't do anything wrong.
Relax.
I didn't do
Just
anything
relax.
wrong. I didn't do anything wrong. Please stop. Please stop. Where's my backpack?
Hey, and Druzy.
I need my...
Oh, never mind.
I need my backpack. Okay, hold on. Where is it? Can you loosen them?
Relax.
Don't so very tight. Please loosen.
They're not tight. I can fit I can. Look, there's a whole finger in there.
All right, let's put her on the car.
What a mess.
My dog! My dog, sir! My dog! What are you gonna do with my dog?
SPCA, I don't know.
Why
Put her
are
in the car.
What
Sit
are
down.
you
You're
doing
going to jail.
I didn't do anything wrong! I didn't do anything wrong! I need my backpack!
Do you have a quick minute from?
30 minutes.
Do you have a quick minute?
Yes.
Okay.
No, just let me call you right back, okay?
Oh, you're on the phone. My apologies.
Okay, I'll call you right back.
I heard you say you want to press charges.
Yes.
She failed to leave as trespassing.
Mm-hmm.
She also failed to identify herself. So, can you just tell me what happened before I got here?
Yeah, no problem. So I came out the lobby. There was her sitting over there, and then another guy that was sitting over there that was, I guess he was homeless or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was a family over here. So I do our rounds. Every 30 minutes, we have to do our rounds. Let the customers, hey, good morning. You have a 30-minute time frame while consuming food. And then, you have to be off the property. It's a 30-minute time frame.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't even consume any food. She was just sitting here using the Wi-Fi. And so she was like, who are you? The white gatekeeper. Ma'am,
look at that.
Ma'am, this is not even a confrontational thing right now.
Right.
I'm just letting you know the rules is 30 minutes. Well, I traveled the world and blah, blah, blah. Okay, well, congratulations that you traveled the world. I don't need to know all that. I just need to know that there's a 30-minute time frame and that's it. That's all I'm coming here to do. And then that's when she got irate. She started calling me names. Ma'am, I don't have time for that. Oh, you hate your mother. Oh, you need to go get some tea and all this. I'm like,
what names was she calling you?
She called me a black name. And then she called me.
Of course she did, right, guys? Of course. Are you guys shocked that some liberal chick in a liberal city breaks out the N-word right when she doesn't get her way, right, guys? I told you guys, it is. You cannot convince me that that conservatives are more racist than these leftists. Guys, put a 1 if you agree, guys. These leftists, I honestly believe it. Especially leftist white women are the only people who are more racist than them are B-dubs, honestly. Insane.
A black gay dude. Then she said, she just kept saying, hateful things.
Okay.
Oh, you're here to control the white people, and ma'am, she's like, oh, you need to be in jail somewhere where all the black people is. You know where they want you. I'm like, ma'am, I don't care about all that. I have a degree. I just applied for law school. I'm just waiting for them to say,
oh, congrats.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for my acceptance letter. That's it.
Congrats.
So all that unnecessary stuff, ma'am, I can't engage in that. There's ethical things that I have to, maintain.
Absolutely.
I can't do that. So it's like the things that you're saying is very hateful, and I really want to react, but in the back of my head, I'm thinking like, you're just applying for law school. So, there's certain standards that you have to go about things. So then I just called 911 to say, can you guys just come and remove the lady? And by the time you got here, she was already back here trying to record me. And I'm like, ma'am, stop recording me. You don't have permission to record me. Stop recording me.
Okay.
Oh, I'm recording. And that's what happened.
Okay. I just see. Are you a manager?
Yes, I am.
I just need to get your quick ID.
Okay, no problem. Let me go get my
and then I'll have you on your way.
Okay, no problem.
Thank you so much, sir.
No problem.
So there's another statute.
Yeah, see how this guy, right? Yes, he's zesty AF. But guys, see, he's cooperating with the cops. He pressed charges, right? This is how you handle things. But here,
That I'm thinking about right now.
Okay.
It's disorderly conduct in a licensed establishment.
Okay. Okay.
Clearly, she's acting disorderly in a licensed establishment.
Exactly.
And like I said, I know you want to press charges for trespassing.
Mm-hmm.
Would you also be okay with the disorderly conduct?
Yes, I'll be fine with that. Yes, that's not a problem at all.
There you are, sir. Thank you very much for your
problem.
time.
Thank you.
Of course.
This is so unfair, and you don't need to do this to me. I'm a 25-year Florida resident.
This is so unfair. You have to do this. No.
I own 3-4 homes here.
Okay. Let me see. Where did the
He hurt my arm. He threw me down. I hope you have body cam footage of all of that. He broke my glasses. There was no need to get that kind of aggressive with me. I'm a 50-year-old woman. I'm 5'3". I'm not dangerous. I don't own firearms. I was a victim of domestic violence in this state. My ex-husband spent 6 months in the Sarasota County Jail for smashing his wife into his third wife's face, and I was the second wife.
Wait, whoa. Hold on.
Spent 6 months in the Sarasota County. Dangerous. I don't own firearms. I was a victim of domestic violence in this state. My ex-husband spent 6 months in the Sarasota County Jail for smashing his wife into his third wife's face, and I was the second wife. You don't need to do this to a woman whose mother was murdered also. You don't need to do this to women.
Okay, so listen, I'm going to do this to women. Can I see? Lean back from your
Why do you have to put these on so tightly?
They should be pretty loose right now.
They're not loose, sir. They're actually cutting into my wrist.
Okay, put this foot in for a second. Let me get some other pictures. I don't know.
The body cam footage will tell everything. They went fucking full force on me.
Lower back left.
A 50-year-old 5'3" woman. How dare they? That is abuse.
Okay.
What a mess.
All right, you can face forward for one minute.
Please, driving in peace. Just give me a drink of water.
All right, guys. I'll set this bad boy down, guys. I'll read you guys over to the Snowboard channel, guys. Go and sub to Snowboard. Go and sub to Omni's channel. And yeah, guys, I will be live tomorrow at 5. Sunday's live, guys. We'll do Christian feminism. That'll be Sunday at 9. So anyone who wants to be part of the conversation, guys, let me know. Anyone who wants to join the Discord, guys, email me at ajrants@gmail.com. Yeah, guys, I'm out of here. Bye, guys. Take it easy.